Sometimes you wonder, is this all there is? Your life has started to feel numb, losing all its flavors into your routine. It's like you're watching your life from the backseat, never truly changing, never going forward. Like you're lost in a fog, not certain about anything anymore, not even yourself. Something inside you just feels off. You question if you were really meant to just sleep, eat, work, and then die. Is this all that exists, or is it merely a glimpse into a much larger reality? It's in those quiet moments you wonder if there's more to life than the predictable rhythms you've always had. Is there a hidden symphony playing just beyond the reach of your daily routine, waiting to be heard if only you listen closely enough? Because it's not an unknown melody. You've already heard it played along, but the banality seems to have swept it away. You might have forgotten, but something hasn't. Something reminds you of being lulled by this beautiful symphony, which grew a fiercely spark in your eyes, allowing yourself to dream big. It followed you in a turning point of your life, capturing every memory forever in time, safe and warm in a little red journal. I called it my Boston Journal. Have you ever flown all by yourself to an unknown country knowing you won't be back for a long time? Well, when it's your first solo trip, you're most likely to be crying all the way long. Even though you've always been dreaming of this trip since you were little, at the moment, it is scary. Fears rushing through you, tempting you on giving up on your dreams. They're quite convincing, I'm not gonna lie. But behind those rational fears is something much bigger waiting for you. Taking the plane might be the hardest part, but you'll still have a long way to go dealing with the pain. Saying you won't struggle to get into your new life would be a total lie. You'll feel a cocktail of emotions: sadness, loneliness, homesickness, melancholy, and much more. Being outside of your comfort zone will make you feel like you don't belong there. You'll lie to yourself saying you don't need this trip after all. If you could, you'd go back home straight in your mother's arms. Your family and friends might encourage you from afar, but at the end of the day, you still feel terribly alone. The cold November nights come, and within your solitude you find company in a good old journal. It's there to comfort your sobbings and ease the pain in your chest. It seems like you can't share your sickness with your loved ones because they're proud of your decision and you'd feel like an imposter talking about your healed being. So instead, you write down your grief. As you might have understood, adaptation is quite hard. Integration, even harder. But one day, everything changes. One day, you decide to go for that walk next to Charles River, a warm cup of coffee in your left hand, your right one hiding in your jacket's pocket. You are lulled by Happiness by Rex Orange County. You have just visited a bookstore and you feel anchored in that moment, speechless by the sky's beauty. The sunset is healing your homesickness and is telling you that the best is yet to come. It was right. The smile comes back and gently you make new friends. True and undeniable friends. Once you've realized this trip could be an amazing turning point for the rest of your life, it means you're on the right path. It means you're ready to discover the American life and yourself. Then, gently, your journal starts to have more colors to it while collecting happy and funny memories. You must go through the pain and the heartache to detach yourself from your previous life and start with a fresh beginning. You'll discover what I like to call the magic of being a stranger. Nobody knows your name, neither who you are. It gives you the chance to reinvent yourself, free of the chain of your old identity. People might have known you for being a certain way, shy, silent, not so confident, or whatever. But guess what? Here, nobody knows it. You choose who you want to be and show it to the world. It's like testing new features of yourself. I read something I couldn't agree more. People often claim that travel transforms them. This happens because traveling allows you to step away entirely from the environment that shapes your self-perception. By distancing yourself from familiar people, places, customs, and culture, you gain a clearer vision of your true self, untainted by external influences. This new chapter gives you the opportunity to start as a blank page, and you can make it however you want by being anybody you want. By leaving your doubts behind, it might be the first time it feels like being truly you. I received a wise advice from a great teacher that changed my perception. See the city as your classroom, which is a safe place to be curious, to make mistakes, to expand your knowledge, and to challenge yourself. Once you've implanted this mindset in your head, you're not shy of being ridiculous anymore. It's like a free pass to ease your mind and just go for it. Do whatever feels right. Talk to strangers, visit the city as a total tourist, speak even though you don't have the best English ever, be curious of the culture, ask for advice. You're here to learn the language, but also to learn who you are. So experiment as many things as you could. But the best part of your trip is that you'll have the chance to meet beautiful people on your way. People who will make you feel so alive. Beautiful souls you'll connect with in a way that can't be described. You'll create memories and spend amazing time with them. They're the ones that make you smile writing about your adventures together in your journal. They just make the little things so relevant.
We need a cold shower.
No, you.
City tour!
Unfortunately, the clock is ticking, and one day it's your turn to leave. Remember when I told you leaving your home might be the hardest part? Well, you'll realize at the end that the hardest part is actually going back home. You might not agree with me yet, like I did. My grandparents wrote me a letter saying I would probably cry twice. When I arrived in Boston, and when I'd leave. When I first read it, I thought to myself, how could this ever happen to me? Well, silly me. There's no more devastating feeling than leaving the country you've built yourself a whole life and now you just have to move on and leave it all behind. It feels like your heart is shattered all around the place and new fears come knocking at your door. The fear of never living a similar experience, the fear of never feeling as free as you were, the fear of never seeing again the people you met, the fear of losing that spark.
Ça fait 25 minutes que je marche, ça fait 25 minutes que je pleure.
On the plane, you realize all the things you'll be missing in the morning. Wandering around Boston Common watching the dogs running after each other, cursing after the weather changing every 2 minutes, talking about books all day while sipping iced lattes with a Swiftie, being late to class again because of the red line. Yeah, tough relationship. Forcing a friend to get an ice cream when our hands are already frozen, drinking your matcha latte at Harvard campus, pretending to be a student, pretty. Singing and laughing under the rain, having people deeply believing in you more than you do on your own, having a date in a garden full of roses, spending time in cute coffee shops editing and journaling, smiling on your way to classes because you're about to see the people who became your family. It just seems like you won't be as happy as you were in Boston. I spent less than a year trying to heal from my trip. Suddenly, going back to your old life when you feel like a whole new person is not a great match. One part of me couldn't accept that everything was over. I just couldn't give up on it. I thought I would never be the girl I was in Boston. The girl with that spark in her heart. The one who dared. The one who couldn't stop talking, the one who was excited by what each day had to offer. And guess what? You attract what you're scared of. So, I got stuck in the old version of me again with the same doubts I thought I'd overcome. It's been a tough period full of self-doubt and nostalgia. And it feels like nobody truly understands how you feel. I guess others were right. Once you leave, you never truly come back. Even if you're physically back, your mind will be forever wandering in your memories, planning the next flight. As Adrian Monk would say, it's a blessing and a curse. It feels like you can't stay still anymore. Once you've got a taste of what you're really capable of, you become addicted to it. You want to go back traveling, keep discovering new landscapes and yourself, meeting new people who will help you see the world differently. The place you used to live in is just not big enough anymore. Every chapter has an end, even the best ones. Accepting it is difficult, especially when the chapter was so good you could have played it on loop. Closure takes time, and one day it's going to be better. One day you will realize, I might never help a great musician doing his video clip again, or lose a bet by playing miserably at a bowling game. Watch a Christmas movie with my roommate who took care of me like a big sister. Eat the delicious Cali Caesar salad at Sweet Green. Have my jaw on the floor every time my classmate comes to school with a new gorgeous outfit. Laugh my ass off at the sight of my friend breaking his second umbrella on New Year's night. But this is exactly what makes those moments so special to my heart. Those are lost in the past, but I know I lived them to their fullest, and I couldn't be more grateful for all of it. I might get old and lose my mind at some point, but my journal will be there to remind me all of it. Every name, every laugh is safe from time. Every time I'm doubting myself, it is here to remind me that I'm the narrator of my own story, and I can make a hell out of this life. After all, I'm now conscious that I haven't lost the Bostonian girl. She's still in my journal and in me. She changed the perspective of my life by giving me a new pair of eyes to see the world with. She also gave me this beautiful symphony that warms my heart. 6 months is all it took me to fall in love with Boston, to deeply bind friendships, to discover a part of me that I had never seen before. Experimenting such adventure made me grow. I learned that you could do whatever you put your mind to. In a city which was firstly my classroom, I wasn't just learning English. I was also learning about myself, discovering who I truly am by opening my heart to the world. It took me some time to finish my journal. I was always adding more details, more stickers to it just because I wasn't ready to close that chapter yet. But this video is the closure I was looking for. It is also an opportunity to thank the people I met in Boston, the sweetest person I've ever met. You made me realize how beautiful this life is, and I learned so much by being with each one of you. An opportunity to thank my family and friends for their support and their love sent across the ocean. An opportunity to talk once again about Boston, but mostly an opportunity to light that spark in someone else's eyes. So, dear me, dear listener, if there's a hint of desire for something deeper, then go for it. Even if you're scared, make it happen. Break that vicious circle of your routine. You'll learn what you are really capable of, and that's beyond your current belief. You'll be glad you did it for yourself. Go for little adventures, even if you have nobody to share it with. You'll find people on your journey, and you'll never be completely alone if you're there for yourself. Or if you bring a blank notebook and a pen. Now, think about it again. Is this all there is, or is there something bigger calling you?